A few years ago, the guys over at Geeksline got in touch with me to help them spread the word about their Kickstarter campaign to promote the Nintendo 64 Anthology. As they are a French company, they were launching a campaign to help the translation of their N64 Anthology into the English language. After an incredibly successful and awesome Kickstarter campaign, the end product was delivered, which I know many of you loved. The same publisher are back, this time with the GameCube Anthology. Again, the translation this time was funded through a successful Kickstarter campaign, and the English language copies of the GameCube Anthology are now being shipped to those that backed the campaign. And it's also available for sale for the first time on their website to those who missed the campaign. And there's a link in the description for those that want to go and check this out. So for those of you that have been living under a rock, you may be asking, what are the Anthology series of books from Geeksline? Well, in short, they are an extremely high quality production, which serves as a love letter to the consoles that they cover, which so far include the PlayStation, Neo Geo, N64 and now GameCube. This latest version for the Nintendo GameCube contains over 18 months of work and research to deliver what should be the magnum opus when it comes to anything GameCube related in a print form. Like all of their other books, the first thing that you'll notice is the high production quality, because yet again the hardcover books have a beautiful glossy cover and thick high quality paper, which really helps to make the artwork and photos they use pop out of the page for the reader. When looking on their website, you'll also see that they have a range of versions available, and so for casual fans you could always pick up the Classic Edition, which is the main core book. But for those hardcore fans, you could also opt for the Ultimate Edition, which is the version we're taking a look at here today. This version contains two books, which are the GameCube Anthology feature book, as well as the cover art book, which is the purple covered one. If you checked out my N64 Anthology review from earlier in the year, you'll pretty much know what to expect. The feature book contains the history of the GameCube, in-depth information on its hardware, accessories and add-ons, and a complete set of small reviews on every game on the system. The special features of this anthology are the pages which detail many of the GameCube's cancelled games, the bundles that were available, and demo and test discs which are now very collectible. Speaking of collectors, there is also yet again a collector's corner of the book which can help you track your collection, as it has a full rundown on every title in the region it was released, and so for any completionists you can use this as a quick reference guide. Although I picked up the GameCube on its launch day, it was released around the time when I was really into going out to clubs and parties, and so when the book was released and I was reading through it, I was amazed at just how many awesome looking games I'd either forgotten or didn't know about at all. Saying that, I'm sure even for collectors of the system you'll find a ton of new information in this book. Like the N64 Anthology, and in fact all of the publisher's series of anthology books, I don't think that they are the type of book that you'd read cover to cover in one sitting. Instead, I feel like these books serve as a great reference piece and make an ideal coffee table book. Now don't get me wrong, the writing is great quality and it's packed full of content with so much high quality here that I think it's best taken in small doses. You will, however, never be reading the book and feel that you don't understand it. The level of research is also excellent, and the reviews give you just enough information to decide if it's something you want to try and track down and play. I also love the fact that in the review section it highlights if a game was multi-platform, so you could still consider which version you want to pick up, and it also lets you know if the game's exclusive to any specific region, such as RoboCop being a Japanese GameCube exclusive. The box art collection book is a welcome addition for anyone who enjoys some pretty cool designs and marketing from the era. It's cool to go back and look. Like the N64 Anthology, it shows the game's box art in different regions and if it varied between country and country, which is always interesting to see which games look totally different stateside or in Japan, or for those of us here in Europe. It takes me back to times when I'd stand in stores sometimes for hours just checking out the cool cover art or wacky spiel written on the back covers. It's also interesting to see just how the overall style of games being presented to the public has changed. But simply put, if you're a fan of anything retro gaming related, then I can't see how you wouldn't like this book. For those who are GameCube fans, then chances are you'll already have backed the Kickstarter, but for anyone who missed it, hit up the publisher's website for details on the various versions and pricing for your region. The Ultimate Edition comes with some cool artwork stills which you can frame and hang on your wall if you want to, as well as the thick hardboard slipcover which holds both the book and the box art book in one neat package. The publisher is always working on new projects, so let them know over on their Facebook page which classic console you'd like to see them cover next, and until next time.